Hey guys, I'm JanetOnOccasion, and today we are finally kicking off our Furious Wild DLC first campaign, and we're playing as Lady Zhurong. I think she's just the most fun to play as, frankly. She starts sort of nice tucked away in the corner. In fact, we can show you the map. Let's have a look at this. So, if you didn't already know, because you've been waiting for my coverage maybe, there's an extra bit of map. That's right, they've expanded the size of the map just for the Nanman tribes, which is really, really cool. It's all very jungly, and it's a bit of a nuisance to get around, honestly, but yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's a real change. It feels like a totally different campaign. Sort of the early stages of this. It feels like a totally different games campaign, because you're playing as totally different units in totally unique terrain. There's no real hint of the Han until you start spreading out a bit. It's really interesting. I really love it. So yeah, Lady Zhurong, the goddess of fire. Her thing is cycles of expansion. She has timed expansion, and that's because she gets a bunch of buffs and debuffs if you wait too long, and you've got to time certain abilities of hers, sort of best capitalized, but then she gets a bunch of debuffs, so yeah, you have to sort of time your attacks, or you just sort of wing it like I do and hope for the best. We are going to be playing on hard mode and hard mode for both campaign and battle difficulty, and I have turned off on timeless characters, which I believe is new for this campaign. But it might have been in the previous DLC they added this. I can't remember, but I made sure to put it on. I think it's really cool. It basically just means that no one will die of old age. So all those really cool characters that you're used to seeing, they're not just going to disappear past a certain turn. No, they're going to stick around until they die in battle, basically. So that's really fun. Or die because of certain events, which can happen, of course. So that's really fun. I really like that. And we have tigers, so, I mean... We have tigers. There's no reason to play as anyone else. We have tigers. So, unite the tribes!
There is chaos rising, Lady Zhurong, and the tribes seem content to watch from afar. The Han must be repelled from your lands, but so too must the tribes be united. Other chieftains have languished for too long. Their inaction can no longer stand. You must act where they have not. Beginning with the Yunnan tribes. Taking their land will give you a strong position from which to expand. Some tribal leaders will see your strength and join you, yet others may need more aggressive persuasion. Men like Meng Huo are capable and fierce, a terrible enemy, but a powerful ally. You must seek either his aid or his destruction. Uniting the tribes will not be easy, Lady Zhurong, but you are possessed of the spirit of fire. All will be united beneath your blazing rule.
Okay, Queen of the Nanman. Zhurong, you are thrust onto the stage, not of your making, yet you must make it your own all the same. The world is in chaos, and your contemporaries, for the most part, are content to do nothing. If the tribes are to be united and power restored to these parts, then let it be your power. You are descended of gods, Zhurong. Now is the time to ascend. Okay, so we're going to be, we're going to get everyone under the same banner. Meng Huo could be a powerful friend, almost terrifying enemy. I'm going to try and woo him. That's right, I want to be friends with him. Or perhaps more than friends. Cheeky wink. So, time your expansion with active wildfire seasons. We'll get to that. Because without context, it's like, yeah, whatever. So, the ambitious leader takes their first steps. We must take our first steps. Yes, because we're the ambitious leader. They're talking about us. We must take our first steps to unite the people of the south. We have feuded with our neighbours for long enough. Now is the time to strike and send a message to our enemies. Destroy or vassalize the Yunnan tribes, which should be quite easy because they're right there. We can take them in turn one. They've really just been set up to fail, honestly. Poor guys. So one thing I want to mention right out of the gate is this build is 3 weeks old. Yeah, there's been 3 weeks of bug fixes and things since this copy of the game. So it's still super early, and yet ridiculously stable. But there is one thing which you guys might think, oh, that doesn't seem right. For some reason, the campaign map puts like a weird amount of stress on my graphics card, but it only affects my recording. So if you see lag when I'm on the campaign map, if things are stuttering, that's just that it's not recording right. As far as I can tell, it's running smooth as silk. So don't be concerned if you notice lag on the campaign map. I want to be very clear about that, because yeah, it is for some reason only like the graphics card trying to encode this is a problem, which is really weird. It's very strange. It's not been a problem before on the campaign map of 3K, so it's a bit odd. It's a bit odd. So I want to say that up front. If you see lag on the campaign map, sorry about that. I can't really do anything about it, but actually, for me, the game is running smooth as silk. So, you know, I don't want to show you things that aren't true, right? Without telling you that that's the case. So I want to be honest. So guys, let's fight this guy with tigers, because we have tigers. Tigers, guys, tigers.
How long has it been then? How long have the arrogant Han sniffed at our lands like hungry dogs? And how long have we lain dormant, barely raising a finger in defense of our people, our homes? I will not be so removed. I will not idle my days away like so many other tribal lords. I will meet the Han with an unreserved passion, a flame of fury born from the goddess herself, and with it, I will burn the Empire away!
Alright then. So, gorgeous maps, obviously, because it's Three Kingdoms, and Three Kingdoms just has the most gorgeous maps. I absolutely love it. Also, can I just say, I actually don't remember seeing any sort of jungle trees and things in 3K before, but I honestly couldn't tell you if they're new or not. I never fight in the south of the map, or certainly the southwest, because there's never been anything interesting there. And by the time I'm there in any other campaign, I'm just auto-resolving every fight, because usually I've got a whole stack of Defenders of Earth or something. So, yeah, I'd never see these battle maps in the southwest, but I've got to say, they are gorgeous, and it is nice to be able to actually be given the chance to appreciate them, if they have been present in the past, because these jungle trees look just amazing. They look so cool. Anyway, let's start running in then. Got our guys in a locked group. We're just going to charge right in, and we have a couple of interesting units with Lady Zhurong. First off, tigers. We have tigers. We have tigers. Tigers are tigers. There's nothing more I can say about them. They're mother flipping tigers. But I guess there is more I can say about them, really. It's tiger slingers. It's not that the tigers have slings. That would be mental, but I wouldn't be opposed to that. No, it's the people, their handlers, have slings. Which means once the tigers are let loose, it's kind of like the war dogs, or whatever they were called, or the war hounds or something, whatever they were called in Rome, Total War, or was it Rome 2, whichever. Once the animals are let loose, they've been let loose, and they'll just do their own thing. You know, they'll charge in the direction they're told to, and then once they make contact with anything, there's no controlling them, they'll just run around and attack stuff. But usually the handlers just sit there idle, being kind of useless. In this case, they have slings, so they're actually quite useful. And there's also another version, Tiger Warriors, which are basically, you know, sort of Nanman warriors with tigers, so they're able to get into a scrap after they've let their tigers go, or they can, you know, fight side by side with their tigers. It's really nice. So I like that. Also, these guys, because of course Lady Zhurong is supposedly, you know, an ancestor of the goddess of flame. Yeah, she has some disciples, I guess, the followers of the flame here. That, if you look, they look like, well, I can't really show them to you very well. Here we go. There we go. They look like Buddhist monks. Which is kind of fun. Kind of like that. So, you know, you can see how the religions have evolved in this area of the world. It's very cool. So, charge in, lads. Charge in. Okay, so Lady Zhurong and mate Dalai Dongzhu can run in and get some work done. So here you can see Nanman slingers. So Nanman slingers are kind of interesting as well, actually, because Nanman slingers, which are a fairly basic unit of the Nanman, they actually, you can see the little sort of weird vials on their unit card. That's because they're poison damage. They will actually hit you with poison when they charge in, which is very, very scary. It's not damage over time, as far as I'm aware. It's just the debuffs. I don't think it does damage as well. But the rocks do. And wow, they've already had enough, it seems. Go on, go chase them down. And you are also here. And everyone else, starting to charge in. Let's just make sure these guys are in a group by themselves. Okay. Come on. Mess them up. And here are the Tigers. Hooray! So the Tigers are making their way in. And, yep, here comes the poison volleys from them, which is a bit of a nuisance, but honestly, it's fine. It's an early battle. We really don't have to care. Okay, you guys can get a bit more of a flank, please. Followers of Flame. So the Followers of Flame are really good. They've got splash damage, so they can attack a bunch of things at once. But mostly, just look at them. They're so cool. They're so cool to have in a fight like this. Absolutely love it. Alright, let's peel you guys off as well. And, yeah, you guys can charge in this way. In fact, you stay on, we'd say Liban. He said, hoping for some vague semblance of accuracy with that pronunciation. Right, go on. Get him, boy. Get him. You've got your Southern Wrath. That's right, Southern Wrath is, so just a particular brand of wrath. Okay, go take out those Nanman slingers. They're too quick for our Nanman warriors here. Go on. It is nice to know that the slingers are a little quicker on their feet than the warriors. It means you can sort of, you know, try and kite and keep enemies out of the way and whatever, you know. I do like that when the ranged units are a little bit faster. Although sometimes it's really annoying because you get in this situation where army losses won't trigger even though there's only one unit left and it's a unit that you can't catch up to. So very annoying. Although we can catch up a little bit. Alright, throw on your flying daggers. So one of her abilities, flying daggers, actually throws a dagger. It does a bunch of damage over time, which is really cool. I really like it. Really good for taking out sort of heroes and things. It's very, very nice.
The enemy warriors
So,
are running. Ha, coward.
Yeah, they did. So let's claim victory. It is a decisive victory. I expect nothing less from Lady Zhurong. Okay. Stabby, stabby. Kick in the face. Lovely. So he's going to retreat.
Feasting commence.
Okay, click to skip. Wow, 56 quid. We are flush with cash. We've got a machete. Amazing. Such treasure. So we're going to go replenishment, I guess. Maybe. Replenish our 60 units out of the 2,000 we deployed. Oh, I am playing on extreme unit sizes, by the way. So now we can actually just attack Qinling here, or Qinling. So one thing as well, which is really lovely here, is, as you can see, they've got the region names and also the settlement names. And they've done this with every settlement in Three Kingdoms, which is amazing. It was such a weird thing to have, so you'd have to be like, oh, it's Yunnan, the town, and Yunnan, this thing. What is this? An iron mine or something? I don't know. It's that one. It was always kind of annoying to be like, yeah, I'm just going to go attack Qinling. Done. You know exactly what I'm talking about. It's really weird. They only had regional names for everything. It's very bizarre. I thought it was a very strange change. For the most part, like, it was fine, but it was just weird. It's just odd to me. Because it set its own sort of precedent. Every other Total War game made sure that each settlement had a name. So I always found that a bit odd. So that's been corrected, and I love they've done such a huge sweeping change, because, you know, that's a lot of hassle to suddenly give a name to literally every settlement in the map, because, I mean, it's quite a few, isn't there? It's quite a few. So that's nice anyway. So I appreciate that. It's a like, little quality of life improvement. Especially helpful as a YouTuber when I have to talk about what I'm doing. I can't just go, oh, that settlement. You know, it just doesn't sound right to do that. It's nice to be a bit more specific when you're talking about these things. So anyway, yeah, let's take this over then. So one thing I want to mention as well, before I forget, Chanting Fire is Lady Zhurong's stance, and it's for a whole faction, and it is specific to her faction, and it's sort of a nuisance. Honestly, it's a bit annoying. This is her default, like, moving and attacking, just, you know, normal stance, right? But for her, it ups your morale, which is nice, but it also eats up military supplies more, which further emphasizes that sort of timed, you know, expansion thing that it was talking about. You have to be careful about your military supplies, as well as other buffs and things that we'll get to. But for now, let's just finish this off. And although it's going to be a decisive victory, we actually let quite a lot of them live. And I think I might fight this, because I think this might be one of the cool village maps for the Nanman. We'll see. Actually, I could check, can't I? Map view. Is it? It is a village map. Okay, so we'll see a Nanman village, and I want to show that, because They're cool. I like them. That and just more excuse to have tigers run down people. So let's do it. Okay, so here we are. Oh. Nah. It's not even a Nanman one. Not really, because it's a resource one. That's a shame. That's a shame. I wanted to check anyway. I've always auto-resolved this fight. Yeah. And now I know why. That's fine. More tigers. Okay, so you charge in that way. You charge in that way. My tigers, I actually just want to set up in the back. And we're going to charge right in over there, I think. Because I don't want to charge straight into spearmen. That would be awful. Don't want that to happen. You guys, though, you can run straight into spearmen. And you lot, you can go over there and capture those walls, please. Well, those towers, rather. Okay. So you guys just line up behind. And yeah, you move over this way.
Now, the adults are
Good.
fighting.
So I want to get into the slingers and get rid of them so they can't, you know, keep poisoning everything, basically. And you do your crazy, mighty southern thrust, or whatever it's called. Very nice. I love the ink blot effects. I love that. Even the effects, even the special effects have... What are you guys doing? What are you guys doing? I had some units cross paths and now they're just like... I can't tell if they're being rude or polite, honestly. But that's fine. You guys do you. Anyway, I love that even the special effects of this game have that kind of vibe. You know, they keep that that sort of Three Kingdoms aesthetic going. So we haven't released our tigers yet. Which is fine, I guess. So we're going to start setting fire to these guys. So one complaint I do have, actually, about the Followers of Flame. They look amazing, but sadly, this game feels the need to try and run without setting your computer on fire as well. So the view distance for the flames are a bit rubbish. So you can actually see quite a distance if you sort of zoom out away from them. They slowly fade, which is actually kind of nice. But as I approach them... Oh no, that was too close. They were still fading, apparently. But yeah, they just sort of pop into existence when you get close to them. So it's a nice fade out, but not a very good fade in. So, like being back here, you'd expect to see some light and things around there, but you don't, sadly. Which, I think is a bit of a shame, but it is what it is. It is what it is. You know, the game has to run. The game has to run. As do my enemies. Also, can you capture that? That'd be good. You're still chasing them down. Wow, they're quick. Nanman slingers. Also, we sent a bunch of tigers, didn't we? Yeah, they're having a good time. I'm sure you guys have been enjoying the cinematics. I am going to try and do cinematic shots for this campaign. I have been a little lax on them lately. But yeah, I haven't really had the time. It's been a bit annoying. It's a lot of fuss getting all the cinematics done. But, because I'm already a bit delayed with this series, and I can only do so many episodes with this embargo, I can afford to wait a little longer, I feel. I've already missed the boat to a certain extent, so I may as well make sure that I make things as good as I feel I can make them. So that's the plan, anyway. So, we basically won this already. Just one charge from old Dalai Dongju here. Yeah, there they go. Didn't even need to charge them, just had to walk up to them. So, claim victory. Decisive victory. Again. I'd expect nothing less. Okay, good. Good stuff.
We have seized our victory.
Lovely. Also, one thing which I feel I must say as well. I've been moaning about this a lot lately, just generally with Total War playthroughs. I always try and have a drink in loading screens. And I keep not being able to because things are loading too quickly. I feel like they've made some major strides for just loading in Total Wars in general. I might be making it up. I've not heard anything specific about it, but I just feel like loading in and out of battles and things is way quicker than it was. Like with every new patch, it seems to be quicker again. Either that, or I'm just getting really slow at taking a drink of water. I don't know. But anyway, so Lady Zhurong, confederate. Yep, we get the option to confederate. Every time we take the last settlement over of any Nanman, we can confederate them immediately, or vassalize them. Though I don't really like the idea of vassalizing them. I want them all to be, part of our faction. I want to grow our faction. Although vassalization is still kind of awesome. I do kind of like that. Being able to just get a bunch of like puppets to command around. And actually you'd end up being able to field far larger armies, provided your allies listen to you. But 3k, allies tend to be quite good at listening to you, so, you know, it's probably wise to do that at times. But I'm greedy, so I'm going to confederate. But I love this, because if someone isn't home, if someone's on the march, you can take over all the territory, you don't have to fight their armies. If you just take the settlements over nice and quickly, you can just immediately confederate, which I really enjoy. You can even put a couple of armies next. Really? Really? Motorbike? There's a motorbike outside. Of course there is. Of course there is. Anyway, so, confederate. Yes, the motorbike's thrown me. It's thrown me. Oh yeah, so one trick I've pulled. Get a couple of armies, buy a couple of villages, declare war, attack, take over both of them in the same, you know, in the same turn. Just if there are no armies garrisoning them, then they lose all of their armies to you because you've confederated, because you took over all their territory, which is hilarious. So it's quite fun. I think that's quite a joy. And so here, this is what we are trying to fill. So every single one of these little panels is every sort of little pebble, I guess, whatever you want to call these, plaques, I don't know. They are a different tribe, a different Nanman tribe. Here you can see we got the Yunnan tribe. Down here, they are a part of ours now, so this you can see the tombstone saying they've been destroyed, and the flag means that we have fealty. We own the fealty of this faction, so we get their bonuses. So here we unlock a unit, fire archers. That's right, pretty much all of these tribes have a specific unit that we can unlock if we gain their fealty, which is awesome. And they're different as you look. They all have different bonuses, which it shows underneath. And all of them, you can see, they all have a red. They all have a red one, and that's always, it upsets the Han. The Han are fine with us, you know, they've got no qualms with us, while we're just a bunch of disparate, like, tribes, you know. None of us even stand out. We're not on their radar. As soon as we start uniting everybody, they like us less and less and less, because suddenly we become a serious problem to them. So the more you expand, the more likely outsiders are going to start coming in and trying to ruin your stees. So pretty cool. Pretty damn cool. So big fan of that. Big fan of that. And fire archers are going to be really useful. So the ambitious leader takes their first steps. Also, I love that it's fire, because, you know, with the fire lady, so more fire is always good, isn't it? So, faction confederated Lady Zhurong and the Yunnan tribes. These two factions have become one. Deploying generals and family members have deployed generals and family members have remained in this new faction, while others have left to seek their fortune elsewhere. Lady Zhurong confederated the Yunnan tribes. The Nanman expand their reach. We have a mission to get 4 settlements now, so 2 more settlements and we can have this one too. Now we have established ourselves, we should secure more lands, a firm bedrock from which our empire can burgeon and flourish. Tag team. The Huainan. I'm probably saying that totally wrong, but fine. I'm going to stick with it for consistency's sake. The Huainan have long been belligerent, never learning their place or knowing their limits. Now they choose to provoke you, Lady Zhurong. Despite your lack of interest in their ways, yet Mang Huo has shown a desire to absorb their lands. Perhaps you should enlist his aid in defeating them? Both sides gain from such an arrangement. So this is the fun thing here. I'm going to say, yeah, let's go get them, and then completely ignore them. Yep, this is a bit exploitative, and you'll see why, but it's fun, so I'm doing it. So, yep, we're gonna get you, grr. I'm going to run off down that way instead. It's going to be great. So, the Huainan shall rue the day they crushed Zhurong. You will crush them alone. By that, we mean we will ignore them completely while they are crushed by someone else. That's what we actually mean. But that's fine. So, the Fealty of Yunnan, we've been through that already. Yunnan, although I do love this. This is a nice detail. It does actually tell you a little, either sort of about the leader or the land, or a bit of both. It'll tell you each one you absorb, each tribe. It'll give you a little blurb about them, which I think is really, really rather nice. So Yunnan is a land on the cusp of worlds, flanked by sheer and dramatic mountains, filled with placid lakes, and churned up by the thundering drums of war. The tribes hear such drums, and will always rise to answer such a cadence. Love it. So, right, so this I want to upgrade immediately, these iron pits, even though they're ruddy expensive. But there's a mission involved that we'll get very, very shortly. So I want to make sure that that is done. So, we can't recruit yet. Of course, it's turn 1. You can never recruit on turn 1. But we can do some tech. So, reforms. That's right, new tech tree. There's sort of 3 like, sections of it, I guess, each with their own sort of demands. But, first off, before we can do anything else, we have to tame an elephant. Oh, war elephants are so fun. So, receive an elephant, which can be equipped as a mount. That's going to take us 5 turns to do. So, that is fine. Lady Zhurong is still pinned. That'll end in a minute. I've endured the inaction of too many for too long. With the god of fire as my lodestar, I will bring fury to my enemies and unite in unity to the tribes. So, she's cool. I love it. Right, one thing I do want to check as well, because I always forget to do this. Let's see what we got here. Authority or instinct. I don't really want him to have either. Cunning sounds good, though. Extra trade influence if he's the Prime Minister, heir, or faction leader. I believe he is actually our faction heir right now. Where is that again? Oh, yes, court. Here we go. Faction heir. So, good. Perfect. So that'll help us. And for Lady Zhurong, she has her flying daggers, which we've been throwing at people. And also, I guess we can give her this one as well. Lowers corruption, which is nice, but minus 10 satisfaction. Yeah, I can't afford to have the minus 10 satisfaction, so I think this eunuch's gotta go, frankly. I mean, lowering corruption, but we get satisfaction. It's a bit annoying. Also, we'd see that the eunuch lowers corruption. That is unusual. Although I know, actually, I think as Dong Zhuo had them all killed, right? Someone had all the eunuchs killed, but I think the Han was corrupt before Dong Zhuo gained power. That's why he was able to, because of the rampant corruption. So I feel like the eunuchs were a big cause of that corruption. So who knows? But fine, whatever. Right. Anyway, I guess different land, right? Different land. So I think that'll do for this turn. So let's move on. Alright, so now, actually we'll move first, so I don't waste replenishment. So this is a nice little trick as well. If you're going to recruit new units, but you also want to be moving, because you're not that fussed about how many units you have, just make sure you use all of your movement and then recruit, because that way you get a turn of better replenishment. Because you get better replenishment if you recruit and then stay, you know, stay where you are for a while. So, by moving here first... yeah, we can get some cheeky bonuses. So let's do that. So here, fire archers. This is the guy with all the cunning, so we're going to give him the fire archers. Recruit. Need to redo that because I accidentally opened another window and it doesn't like that. So there we go. So fire archers, brilliant to have early because it means we have something to combat all of those irritating, like towers in settlements. So yeah, those arrow towers are very, very annoying. They can do a lot of work. So let's move on. I know, quick turn, that one. Okay, so Meng Huo has taken over the Jianyang tribes over here. So that's good. These two factions have become one. Deployed generals and family members have remained in this new faction, whilst others are seeking their fortune elsewhere. So that's all good. That's fine. We actually want Meng Huo to keep conquering and to be doing well, because he's going to be a good friend of ours, so... we actually want him to be able to expand. I know. Interesting, huh? So here we are, trespassing. Don't worry about it. They might complain, but they're not going to be able to complain for very long. So don't worry about it. Trespassing? Oh no. Don't worry about it. That's the least of their problems. It's not the trespassing that's really going to upset them. So, moving on. Okay, so Meng Huo declared war on the Yunnan. I thought you were already at war with them. Wasn't that the plan? Well, I'm glad he's at war with them now, and I'm glad that these guys haven't attacked me while they've not been at war with anyone. Okay, so, as you can see, our military supplies go down so quickly. They really do, especially in hostile territory. So, yeah, you got to really sort of stagger your attacks. But here, though, we're going to declare war on these guys immediately. Sorry, mate. Sorry. Demand surrender. They were never going to say yes, it's their only faction. But, what if? You know, what if they did? So, we're going to attack them.
Let us fight at last.
Okay, so. Right. So, you know, it's only going to be a small garrison, so I'm going to charge everyone in one way. Save myself getting damaged by a couple of towers. You know, a few different towers, a few different locations. So, fire arrows, do your thing. And as you can see, guys, these maps are flippin' gorgeous. How beautiful is this? Isn't this just gorgeous? I absolutely love it. So there's never any walls on Nanman settlements. There's never walls. They just don't do that. They're not big. They're not big builders, the Nanman. No. No, they build where they need to live, and that's about it. You know, they're not big on construction. Although, these bridges are quite exciting, aren't they? Look at that. Anyway, yeah, it's just gorgeous maps. Gorgeous maps. These huge bridges over these ravines, and just all of their maps are like this, with these, like, huge, twisting, like, uphills, awesome big roads to travel around. It's beautiful. And then just a bunch of barricades to, you know, change the flow of combat. It's really cool. I absolutely adore it. So, everyone charge in. That's right, I'm just going to charge everyone in like a lunatic. There's really no need to muck about here. And we'll soon have an elephant for Lady Zhurong, which I'm very excited about. So yeah, you guys, I guess, can just keep shooting things. Shoot those Nanman warriors. Let's soften up this lot before we go for them. Because these guys, yeah, I think we're going to break them pretty quickly, to be honest. Oh, look at you guys. Let's throw a dagger at you. Now, take a bunch of damage over time, please. Thanks. Good stuff. And you do your Mega Southern Wrath. Southern Wrath! Ka-chow. Love it. So they're obviously having a very bad day. Guys behind are getting a little bit shot. And now the tigers have been released. Hooray! Release the tigers. Guys, release the... Let the tigers go through. They're tigers. What are you doing holding them up? Seriously. Don't get in the way of a tiger. And now they're just going to attack these guys. Oh, dear. Oh, good. They're running the other way. I mean, that makes sense, doesn't it? It makes sense. Alright, let's see if we can hit him with the dagger, though I bet it'll be interrupted. Oh, it didn't. I think she managed to get the dagger off, did she? No? Yes? Yes, I think. Hard to tell, if I'm honest. Hard to tell. So this is going well. Basically, everything is running away already. Yep. Not very happy boys. Not very happy boys. Oh, they're running. And this is why I just charge everyone through one entrance. We really don't have to worry much, do we? No. No, things are going fine. Good, he's fleeing. Let's make sure we can get this guy before... hang on, where are all the tigers? They're all chasing enemies back this way, aren't they? Oh no, some of them are running back this way. You really just have to hope that they charge something useful. Because they're sort of running all over the place, which I find adorable, but still. Yeah, I guess you keep chasing them down. And, alright, come on. Come on, guys. Got just tigers running around, I love it. But yeah, you just gotta kind of let them go and see what they do. There we go. That's a win. Yeah, you just gotta let them do their thing. Which is just so fun. I love it. The amount of times I'll be like, oh, is that, I left that guy to run away. Has he come back? And I'll go and look for an enemy character who I was expecting to return, and he's just being chased off the map by a billion tigers. It's adorable. I love it. Alright, so...
Celebrate! Our victory was just.
Was it, though? Was it just? I don't feel like these guys did anything to warrant this, but that's fine. Okay, so I think actually I might want to recruit her. Because there's something I haven't shown you guys yet, because we haven't got a level up yet. And yes, I'm going to confederate. So, your power increases to Chieftain. Your power is of little consequence to the world. Yet, you have been recognized as a contender for the leadership of all the southern Nanman peoples. Your deeds are heard of in each and every valley. Strive onwards and upwards to unite the tribes. And yes, another confederation. I was there, don't worry. Yes, yes, you don't need to tell me that twice. Fealty of Jianyang. Far in the west, dotted by mountains and wetlands, Jianyang seems entirely unwilling to give itself up to any invaders. Well, that didn't stop us. As do its people. The land is often rocked by tremors. Proof that the earth itself is angry at the Han's greed. Yep, that explains it. That's, yeah. So, here you can see we get extra income from spice, which is nice. There are quite a few spice settlements nearby, so that will help us get some extra cash, which is lovely. Extra prestige from fealties, and extra research rate, and the Han dislike it. So, Places of Festivity is what I'm going to go with, because that's a nice commerce building. So I'm going to go with that one for here. Lovely. And then next, we will be wading through all of this to get to Yonchan. Although, I wonder... Yeah, it's just as long to go either way. So we're going to go straight for it. This one, actually, Yongsho, here, is the worst place to take. Because if you look, there's just no roads anywhere that lead to it. They really are in the middle of nowhere. But it means once we've got it, there's really no taking it from us. Because I don't think... yeah, I'm not sure anyone would wade through here. Because that would be like walking on a river as well. So I think to try and go this way would take about 800 turns. So I think the AI would automatically run around it. So once we take this, we've got it, you know. So that's nice. We don't have to worry. Although we'll probably have someone in the north declare war on us before long. So we do need to hurry up and get that sorted. First, though, we are losing money currently. But that should change once that is built and once that is built. And we can survive 2 turns. So we're good, guys. We're good. We are good. Despite what it looks like. Also, still no level ups for either of you. You know what? I'm just going to go ahead and show you guys this. They have a unique skill tree, which is really, really cool. So you literally just choose a stat to build up. And so you can build any of the Nanman guys. They all just have this big green symbol, right? To represent them, right? It's just Nanman guy. Brilliant. There's just one class, essentially. But you can build them as a sentinel, or as a champion, or a strategist, or a vanguard, or a commander. You can build them in whatever way you want. Sometimes, you know, because they're traits, they will have varying stats to begin with, so it does kind of push you in one direction or the other. But you can build them any way you like. And depending on what you do on the battlefield, there are all these little bits and bobs. We'll look at this one first. Butcher, here. So this one... As you get kills on the battlefield, right, the unlock requirement there, in battle, personally kill enemy soldiers with this character. If we get to 300 kills, we're going to get 10% bonus to our armor-piercing damage. At level 2, that's 600 kills, 20%. And at level 3, 30% additional damage if we've killed 900 people. How cool is that? And there's a bunch of these for various things. And where is it? This one? Yes, this one. Stalker. If we manage to successfully ambush 3 armies, we unlock night battles. So you actually learn through doing, which I think is really cool. I think it's really interesting, because this is something that's not really occurred in Total War before. You know, there's always been skill points, but to actually I say that there are some random traits and things you can get from doing particular actions, but having such a direct link to like your level up system. I think is really cool. I think it's really cool. So there's certain things that you just sort of want to do. Also, there was one in here somewhere. Let's actually have a look for here. It should be one that we've actually leveled up a bit. Is it that one? Yeah, here we go. Here we go. So we can buff our replenishment rates for our retinue, which is something I really want to do, if we recruit captive generals. So that's why I recruited that lady. She is not useful to my faction at all, but she's useful to me. But we do have to get 15 of them, which is a little bit nuts. That's a lot of recruits. But replenishment bonuses in this game are... they are worth their weight in gold. Although, how do you weigh a replenishment bonus? I don't know, but they're worth a lot is what I'm saying. So, that'll do for this turn. Let's crack on.
I will wait.
Okay, wishes to buy a stone pig. Yeah, alright. Sure.
You encourage me.
That keeps us going for another couple turns, so yeah, I'm kind of cool with it.
I grow ever stronger.
Yeah, you do. Declawing the tiger. No. Tigers are our thing. Don't come here with your Han tabloid, okay? Nah, silly. So Swen Zhen's dead. Fine. Not a problem. And Goddess of Fire. Having success... So this is the mechanic that I've been holding off talking about because I wanted this pop-up. I'm sure you guys have been screaming. What's the thing in the top left? Here it is. So having successfully bided your time, waiting and preparing for this moment, now you are ready. Your supplies are plentiful, your men poised for coming battle, and your own skills have been honed and sharpened to a razor's edge. Soon all of China will bow in obedience to you for about, 5 to 10 turns, and then not so much. Actually, to activate Wildfire for the season, press the Wildfire button next to the Goddess of Fire icon on the faction panel. Cool. So, wildfire can be activated and deactivated by pressing the wildfire button. And for each turn that wildfire has not been activated, your commander's satisfaction will decline. Although, for now, we will get a bonus for it. So this bar fills up over time, right? From kindled ember, growing flame, rising fire, and unstable inferno, which actually upsets local enemy armies, which is quite fun. So very, very cool. That will go up, which is nice. And this button will activate it. And depending on what season we activate it in, we will get different results, which I think is rather fun. I do rather like that we get different bonuses. So an extra 50% armor piercing damage is very cool. We get extra Goddess of Fire gain from this season, which means a slower decline. We get extra public order, extra running speed. So a bunch of good stuff here. But I don't care, because we're not doing it yet. We're not doing it yet. Because here you can see we actually get +5 satisfaction faction-wide. Pardon me for this at the moment, which is great. I absolutely love it. I think that's a really nice bonus to have. But you can see that satisfaction continues to decrease by -1 each turn. So the longer we leave this running, right, after 5 turns, we won't be getting bonus satisfaction anymore. Instead, we will start to lose satisfaction. So it's not something you can ignore. It is not something you can ignore. So, a little bit scary. But you also get a bunch of penalties if you burn out, which is when this empties, right? When you finished your, I don't know, fire tour, whatever it is. So yeah, this is the timed expansion thing that you have to worry about. You need to keep balancing that. Because, especially with confederating 1 billion people, we're going to have a lot of people fleeing our faction. And we're going to have a lot of very upset people. Though right now, people seem quite happy. People seem quite happy. And hopefully we can manage that so long as we keep timing this correctly. So, should be a giggle. Right, so you there, you finally got a level up the turn after we had a big battle. Anyway, I'm going to go with Instinct. I want more Instinct, because I want her to do all of the damage. Because I like all of the damage, and we don't yet have our elephant. Soon we will. Soon we will. Right, and for you, mate, let's get Cunning. Let's put up our Strategist level to get +10 Cunning. Because Cunning will give us more ammunition, and I'm giving him a lot of Archer-related things. So that'll do. Okay. You need to start booking it over here. I'm not going to move in March stance because I want replenishment. This is something that I keep having to make a conscious effort to remember, because in Warhammer, if you're in March stance, doesn't affect replenishment if you're in friendly territory. It doesn't care. But in this game, you don't get replenishment if you're in March stance, which is the one that makes sense. Anyway. Right, so you there. You know, there's nothing I want to build there, actually. There's nothing I want to build there. So buildings are a little bit limited early in the campaign. We will slowly unlock more as we get through our reform tree. Because right now, we are just a bunch of, crazy savages, right? We're just a bunch of wild tribes. We haven't really created formal civilization yet, to the extent the Han have anyway. So we're a bit limited in the stuff we can build early. So let's end the turn. Oh dear. Are you serious? This has never happened, by the way. In the 4 campaigns I've played with her. I played one very long one, then a few test campaigns, testing recording settings, which is why I settled on the fact that I'm just going to warn you guys that for some reason the campaign map doesn't like being recorded at the moment. Although it seems to be doing okay. We haven't lost many frames. But anyway, this has never happened. This has never happened. I've never had this guy actually attack. And so of course it's the one that I'm recording for you guys, isn't it? Of course it's that one that it makes me look like an idiot. Classic 3K. You absolute jerk. Also, yeah, I don't like the look of this. Because we can't fight him off with this army. We can't. We have no tigers in this garrison, which is very sad. So anyway, prepare the economy for our people to prosper and our enemies to march. It is required that we strengthen our economy and infrastructure for what lies ahead. Build an iron pit. Well, we went and did that. We've done that. And the reason why it's telling us this, it's giving us this mission, is because we've done our first reform. So that's a lot of fun. So we're getting economic breakthrough, which puts up research rate for the Nanman economic section. The next tier reforms have become accessible, which is exactly why I built the iron pits. I needed to build that. So Right, next thing, mission success. Yes, we did that. I remember. I was there. And also, enemy secrets. So this is another mission. Every sort of strand of the tech tree requires a different mission to unlock it, which is very cool. So you must engage and overcome those around you. If you are to understand their strategies and methods, once you have learned their ways, decide whether to emulate or exploit those strategies. So defeat 3 armies or garrisons from the following subculture, the Nanman. Easy, mate. Easy. So, this one, no 10 factions. We've also got a treaty with someone already, non-aggression pact, military access or trade agreement. That has been ticked off, but we need to know 10 factions. So we need to explore a bit. From the first campaign I played, it seems that it includes factions that you've met and then wiped out. Okay, you don't need to know 10 all at once, you just need to have met 10 factions over the course of the campaign. So, that's not too bad. So, to grow our nation, you must cooperate with other powers, as your fledgling expansion will end just as soon as it has begun. Faction development. Elephant taming.
Be decisive.
Elephant, elephant. We have an elephant. We have an elephant. We have an elephant, guys. Lady Zhurong is now riding an elephant. So, I'm actually going to have to run up here and defeat that guy, which is very annoying. But I guess it was just... We've wasted a turn, basically. We've wasted a turn. I guess 2 turns, actually, because we could be further along here. Basically, I should have gone north. I just didn't think this was going to ever happen. But it takes just as long to get to Yangfang from this way as it does this way. So I should have just gone this way. But I just... Yeah. I really didn't think it was possible that this guy would come for us. I thought Monk Hua would have kept him busy. Like he has every other campaign. But no. No.
Find your spirit.
Of course not. Oh, we gained an ancillary. War elephant. Yeah. Yeah, of course we did. Okay, cool. So, let's look at the reforms. And here you can see we unlocked the ones on this side. So what I really like about every tech tree here, not only do you have to do missions to unlock various things, you can see the little padlocks on this lot. So those are the other 2 quests we got given to unlock these different ones. But for this lot, right, for the economic section here, we've unlocked these. But... as we start unlocking these things, we get to these next areas, and you can see that if you go left or right, it stops you from being able to go down the other route, which is very, very cool, because here, centralized storage, this sort of leads to more of a sort of a Han thing. So if you go sort of left-hand on any of the trees, it's more of like a Han focused thing. It's us trying to sort of act more like them, become more modernized, whereas the one on the right... really is more about remaining Nanman and just doing Nanman stuff better. So, sort of better agriculture and more sort of aggressive tactics. Certainly for the combat stuff, because here, right away, advanced battle tactics. You can see on the right-hand side here, on that tooltip, it unlocks every single formation, and it's all of the formations, unit formations that the Han get, because suddenly we've decided to, you know, sort of modernize our military. Or... you can just be more ferocious. Tribal Zeal just gives you a big charge bonus for all of your units, faction-wide, plus 20% charge bonus, and plus 20% battle running speed, which is what I always go for, because I like playing the sort of very aggressive things, very aggressively, with certainly these kind of factions. So, you know, I want to go more with the Nanman route than the Han. Why emulate something that I could just play as, you know? So screw that. So I really like it. So you've got like a Han version and a Nanman version, which I really like. I think it's a really nice way to split things up and make the faction feel unique, but also leave that sort of what-if vibe about it. What if the Nanman did take over most of China? You know, maybe they'd take on a lot of the sort of traits of the Han. You know, and that culture, which I think is really cool. What should we go with? Extra food production, because believe it or not, I did have problems with food a couple of times in this campaign. In fact, I am only on 0 right now. Although I think you're growing food, aren't you? Are you growing food? Maybe you're growing food, maybe not. Anyway, we're going to move up here and deal with them, hopefully. We may lose Qinling and then have to retake it, which is a bit annoying, honestly. I'm a bit bothered by that. Oh, nope, he's shy. Either that or Monk Hua is knackering them. Trade agreement with Yang Fang, who's this lad. The fact that I get 309 out of it, I think that's more than if I took them over, honestly. And he's willing to pay me. So, I think that I've had to redirect. I'm actually going to accept that trade agreement, knowing that I should be able to confederate them later down the line. So I'm actually going to accept that trade agreement. Although I wonder, what do I get for... I should have checked what I get for taking them over, for confederating them, because it might be something interesting. Oh, yeah, it is something interesting. We get a bunch of Javelin units, which I think are really cool. They have a big emphasis on Javelin units. So it's like 3 different units we can unlock for taking these guys. Which I would love. I would love to get nice and early, actually. So I'm going to go trade, and we'll just try and win them over and confederate with them. We'll just try and confederate with them. Or we'll stab them in the back later, it's fine. But yeah, I'll mix things up. I'll mix things up. That was the original plan, but nah, if they want to be friends, I'll do it this way. Because clearly, this guy's being a bit of a Burke. Although now I'm thinking maybe I just head north now. And yet, let Meng Huo deal with all this area still. And I'll head north. Yeah, I think that's the way I'm going to do it. So I'm going to go for Mang Yachang here. Who? What does he give us? Where's Mang Yachang? There he is. He's going to give us extra research rate. Oh, plus 50% ranged block chance. That's actually very, very nice. That is very good to have. You unlock some pretty crazy stuff from uniting the tribes. I love it. I think it's a really fun system. Anyway, that'll be it for the turn then. Let's move on. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Meng Huo has done it. He's done it. I thought he would. I thought he would. Now Mang Yichang has offered us a trade agreement, which could be another 300 per turn, which is also sort of awesome. So what I might do... I'm sort of doing the opposite of what I did in all my test campaigns, which is why I'm intrigued, actually, by this approach. If I trade with my 2 closest neighbours, if they like me, I can get military access, and I can just march across him and deal with more enemies, and then I have a buffer. You know? And also this is earning me enough money that I could probably develop things a bit quicker. Because I did keep having a terrible economy. But it sort of didn't matter because I had enough armies to just keep conquering. But I did have a pretty crappy economy in my test campaign. So we'll see. We'll see. Let's change things up a bit. So, faction confederated. Meng Huo with the Huainan. He's got all of them already. Holy cow. Okay, good. Because I'm pretty sure the Jianyang tribes... Well, sorry, it wasn't the Jianyang tribes. It was the Huainan who had some of Jianyang province. Anyway, yeah, I'm pretty sure we had a few settlements, at least 2. And yeah, so it looks like Meng Huo conquered them in a weird order, which is probably why that guy came to attack us. Anyway, that's fine. So he's confederated them. Conflict of interest. Now this is why I just let him do what he wants to do, instead of trying to, you know, actually do anything. So the Huainan are devastated, their armies utterly crushed, and the barest survivors left for the birds to pick out. As for their territory, the question remains, how shall it be conquered? Meng Huo suggests that the territory be divided between you. Does he presume too much, or does his request have merit? So keep it all, we don't have anything. So things don't stay as they are. That's basically what that means. Keep it all is stay as it is, because it presumes that you have conquered it, but I didn't. So there's nothing for me to keep. So I might as well say give what is fair and let him have one of the settlements that he has already conquered and already owns. So he's going to love me because I'm just letting him keep what he's already taken. So I lose nothing because I was off conquering other people. So yeah, give what is fair. So now, oh no, he's taken, he gets to keep Jianyang, Xiaoyun. He gets to keep that? Oh no! Oh, but, I can't believe I had to give him that. Yeah, it's silly. It's very silly. So, yeah, transferred from nowhere. So I think this might get fixed. Because like I said, this is a 3-week-old build, and we're still a couple weeks from release. So, you know, this is a 5 weeks before release build. So these little quirks in the quest lines, yeah, they're probably going to happen. It might make it to launch. I don't know. I will be posting this in our little bug reporting thing we've got. You know, us content partners. We do have a way just to say, oh, hey guys, I found a bug. Because obviously, you know, it's odd not to take advantage of us guys who play their games for a living, right? So yeah, we got nothing lost out of that. And now Meng Huo loves us, which is great, and he's going to keep doing that. So, like I said at the start of the campaign, we're going to keep wooing him. So, Jiao-chan! The minister, Wang Yun, fearing the tyranny of Dong Zhuo, sends his adopted daughter to the capital. His plan is to have her destroy the relationship between Dong Zhuo and his adopted son, Liu Bu. Yep, it's classic him. Well now, you there. Friend. Give me Military access, please. Make this work. What do you want? You want a bit of money. I mean, you're giving me this amount of money per turn thanks to trade, so I'll do it.
It is agreed.
Good. I'm glad we could agree. Also, do I want to try and get another unit now? Do I want to do that? You're very upset, aren't you? You're one of the guys that I confederated. Yeah, I think so. Also, like, all of you guys are legendary, apparently. Though I don't see that in any of your stats. Not sure why all of you are legendary, but apparently they are. Anyway, that might be an issue. That might be another bug, actually. Maybe. Don't know. Anyway. Right, satisfaction's really bad. Lack of purpose. Yeah, maybe if I hire them, that would work. Still getting bonus satisfaction at the moment, so we don't have to trigger our, our wildfire thing yet. So that's good. So I think I might hire this guy. He does have a rending strike, which sounds like a giggle. So yeah, let's get Uche Laibang? Uche Laibang? Maybe. I might have got that right, or it might just sound accurate and be absolute nonsense. That is also a possibility. So we can get some Tiger Warriors. So for that reason alone, I think we're going to have him recruit a couple of spears. Yeah, I'll have him get a couple more spears, and we'll have Lady Zhurong swap that out for a tiger she can't afford now. Well, that's a bother, isn't it? In that case, just the one spearman to replace that, so we'll still have a larger army than we did before. That's fine. So there we go. And now we're a little bit broke, but that's okay. We have more units now, which is very nice. Also, are you a little bit happier now? Are you going to be a bit happier? Still lack of purpose. I'm giving you purpose. What a jerk. Alright, is that going to give you satisfaction? Yeah, it will. Have a little rat. And you aren't a faction leader, prime minister, any of that stuff. So I don't have to worry about the lower satisfaction. So that's good. That's good. So yeah, I'll just get canning and authority, which is going to do nothing for me. So I guess there's no point doing that anyway. Yeah, I'll just leave that then. Never mind. I was like, can we get some satisfaction from something else? No, not really. Okay, moving on. Okay, so hopefully he'll cheer up in a minute. Still lack of purpose. Although that seems to be going down. Wasn't that minus 14 before? Maybe not. Maybe I'm being an idiot. Hard to tell. Also, yep, satisfaction's low. Ugh, hate that. See, that is something we have to contend with for a long time. For most of this campaign, low satisfaction for our faction. If you have a bunch of characters with low satisfaction, you get a debuff overall, which is very annoying. Also, these are going down a ton. Just lack of purpose for everybody. Oh, and rivalry with faction leader. You know what? Can I sack you? Is there a way to sack you, little sods? Maybe. Yes, I can release from service. So let's just do that. Cool. Although they seem quite happy, so they can stay. He's a general, so I should probably keep him. And, yeah, Sherbo, who we actually had in our faction to begin with. I think she sucks, so she's going. Good. And we do have a tribal council position, which will add trade influence, which isn't a bad idea, actually. This might... It doesn't say extra satisfaction, so... How do I combat that lack of purpose? It's very annoying. Very annoying indeed. But... Ah, well, we'll do that. It will be a higher salary, which is a bit annoying. But that's okay. That's fine. Sort of. Not really. Kinda. Although we do seem to be making more money, generally. So that's good. Okay. Appointments and character developments. Cool. Okay. Right. Now we want to start heading this way. Yeah. I should have recruited them after I'd moved, but nah, let's just keep moving. This is a big enough army, for sure. We really don't need big armies during this sort of, like, tribal, you know, stage. Because no one is really fielding large armies right now. It's just sort of small skirmishes, which I really like, actually. We've definitely gone bigger than we need to be. We really only need those 2 armies to take most tribes out. So, another motorbike. Seriously? Could be the same one. Hopefully you can't hear it, anyway. Faction developments, established processes, refine the various methods of producing food, and everyone benefits. A new year begins, a new opportunity to steer your people towards their destiny.
March at once!
March at once! So there are actually other tribes up here that I do want to get rid of. in case you were wondering. And now we're in enemy territory, we may as well keep running. Well, not enemy territory, we're in friendly territory, so it is keeping our military supplies up, which is great. I love that. But yeah, we may as well be in March stance, because we're not going to get replenishment. Or do we? Do we get replenishment in non-hostile territory, or does it have to be friendly territory? I think it has to be friendly territory. Anyway, okay. Another reform then. And so, food production or income from peasantry. So, yes, these are sort of... yeah, this line, I think, we're going to ignore a bit. Because more of the Han one. We're going to go with the food, I think. And... let's see, that'll lower corruption, which is nice. And income from all sources. Oh, that sounds all lovely. Yeah, I'm going to go down this way then. So let's research that. Although I guess I could just go with extra income from peasantry or something there. Now we'll do this. Extra food production sounds good. It'll be useful to have. Alright, keep moving. How are you still so miserable? Seriously. Hate that. Anyway. How are we doing over here? So we don't have the low satisfaction debuff anymore. So 0 satisfaction. Next turn, it'll start losing us satisfaction, which is a bit of a bother. So we should probably start this in a minute. We'll start it next turn. Let's move on.
Battle is not always the answer.
Okay, so Meng Huo wants a eunuch. I won't ask what he wants him for. But yeah, I'll give him the eunuch. I don't think we're ever going to equip this guy, I don't think. He just doesn't seem that useful. And yeah, counter-espionage. Like, I always ignore the whole spying mechanic. It never seems useful to me. So I just kind of ignore it, and things seem to go fine regardless. So yeah, fine. And we will allow military access. I mean, I'm kind of cool with that. Just so he likes me. Even though we don't necessarily need him to like us. We just need the events to unfold correctly to get what we want.
Fire burns brightly and indiscriminately. But no flame can last forever. Starved of air, it chokes, it splutters, and is then extinguished. The tyrant is dead. Yet in the ashen darkness, the avaricious prowl.
Ah, Dong Zhuo died. Oh no, doesn't concern us. Silly Han. Just all silly, a lot of them. So the Minister Wang Yun is plotting the overthrow of Dong Zhuo. No longer willing to suffer the tyrant, it is said that Dong Zhuo's adopted son has been manipulated into striking the killing blow.
I cannot.
Okay, cool. Let's get a move on. Oh no, we are trespassing. Oh no, gutted. We might upset someone. We might upset Shini. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Okay. So, please be less miserable. Lack of purpose is going down though. But he does appear to have appointed himself a general of discontent. So that's a bother. But, yeah, that'll be it. So, let's do it. What are we going to get? Plus 75% armor piercing damage, which is very nice. And plus 75% melee damage, but we lose a lot of melee evasion, which I'm kind of fine with, honestly. And a bunch of extra income, so I like that. So melee evasion, rubbish, but we can just hew through people very, very quickly, so this should be a giggle. So, let's ignite the fire. We didn't start the fire. It was the goddess of flame. Who's to blame? Anyway, having reignited your inner flame, you can now descend upon your enemies with a fury unmatched. Wildfire. For several seasons, your strength in battle will be overwhelming. Once this period is over, however, your fire will go out, and you will become vulnerable to counterattacks. So we will suffer some penalties once it's done. So we'll have to be careful there. And you will still just be miserable, won't you, you little numpty. So here, smouldering fire right now. So that is no retinue upkeep or replenishment changes. But as this starts going down, that will start changing, I believe. And right, let's see what else. Yes, wildfire harvest. We're getting those bonuses, but we'll see this change yeah. It's got its own things basically. I think it's each step this changes, but it doesn't actually match Smouldering Fire, but we're in an Unstable Inferno right now, so, like, it's, I don't know. It doesn't quite match up in my mind, but either way, as these start ticking down, this will change. So,
No.
right, so Sheeny I think has a settlement here. So they really wrap around this area. And what with the rivers and things, it's quite annoying to get to. Although it could just be there, actually. I might be getting it slightly wrong, because there's a few settlements dotted around here. I don't know this terrain particularly well just yet.
Our mercy has its limits.
Jianyang tribes have declared war on us. They're here. They're in here, I think. So actually, we may have to do a little detour and go down this way instead. So, Menghuo declared war on Yangfang, who's down here, and we're trading with them. So that's a bit annoying, but it'll do. He'll give us trade for a while if Menghuo takes him over. I'm kind of cool with it, honestly. Yeah, here they are. These guys are at war with us. So, no worries. Probably shouldn't have been in March stance, actually. Oops. It's fine. So, that should be fun. These guys still friendly with us, which I like. Okay. Let's move on. Oh, good. Good, they decide to attack us. So we are going to be tired, which is a bit annoying because of the March stance, but frankly, I don't think that really matters. I think we'll be fine. So we're gonna mulch through these guys pretty quickly and then take their village. Serves them right for declaring war on us. Let's do it. Okay. Right then, they're going to attack us, so let's let them attack us. Perfect. So here we have our tiger warriors, as well as all of our tiger slingers, which is just delightful. One thing I do find a bit annoying though is formations are a bit crappy in with these armies. There's actually quite a lot of unit variety, but I find it doesn't put them in a nice order unless you sort of intervene, because I don't like having all the folds of flame in one place, and it's a bit annoying, the default ones. Also, oh no, it's got spears on the other side, and like then at the back, I'd rather have fire spread out and then the tigers spread out, so it's a little bit, yeah, it's not quite ideal, I don't think. But, you know, it's fine. It's fine. Just needs a bit of tinkering is all. So, let's group all of them. Lock the group, please. Thank you. Oh, yeah. Elephant. We have an elephant now. Yeah. We have an elephant. Elephant time. So that elephant is going to pretty much win everything. Actually, elephants are a bit weird, because they're like chariots, but with a mind of their own. It's very difficult to line them up properly for an attack, because they have like a lot of they'll just go on like a little charge in a straight line, and sometimes that means running through an entire unit and killing 100 guys in a single attack animation, or it means knocking over one guy and running off into the distance, to never be seen again. It's they're a bit dumb. Their attack animations are pretty all over the place. But if we manage to get a big blob of infantry and we send, Lady Zhurong right into the heart of it, a bunch of people are going to get trampled. So they're pretty great, honestly. And big units as well. If you have units of elephants, yeah, like 1,000 kills a battle. On extreme unit sizes anyway. But yeah, 1,000 kills a battle, pretty good. Pretty good. It'll do. It'll do, for sure. It'll certainly better than a kick in the teeth. So, I think now what we might do is try and meet them halfway so we can get these set on fire. Okay. Says I'm going to win, so I'm thinking I might as well, right? Yeah, go on. Been a while since I've done a duel.
You cannot unite the tribes!
Go back to your valley and stay there.
Okay. And now, I'll have them stop here. I'll have them stop here. You start attacking them, please. Let's get tigers onto the slingers straight away. And yep, we're in range, so they're gonna be dead pretty soon. So that's fun. And now, yeah, you set fire to all these trees. Lovely. And there we go. Tigers attacking. Lovely. They're already livid. More tigers. Let's throw in more tigers. Love it. Big fan. So good. And only 14 kills so far, but she'll get more. And, oh no, a lot of my tigers got intercepted. But still, we should be able to keep chasing them down, so that's good. And yeah, our tigers are doing pretty well. Our tigers are doing pretty well. Alright, we won already. Pretty much. Pretty much. And, wow, those fire arrows taking a while to set fire to this area, but, oh, it's enough, apparently. Seems it's enough. And, yeah, it's your rending strikes. Probably do something with them. Yeah, tell you what, you can go fight, Archuju. Almost certainly saying that wrong. So we've got a bunch of tigers chasing these guys down, so I feel like we should have them killed by now. Lady Zhurong has a few kills, but nothing major. Follows the flame. Splash damage doesn't really help when you're fighting a single dude, but still. Let's get some Nanman warriors in here too. Spearmen tend to do quite well against enemy heroes, but, well, we're just not in that situation. You're going to attack in completely the wrong place, aren't you? Oh, nope, nope. I think he still missed. It's hard to tell. I swear, like, those abilities just suck against other characters. And really, you're struggling a bit, huh? I said you were going to win this easily. God, I think it's just because we've got so long to wait for Southern Wrath. But yeah, I'd really rather our own guy didn't get killed here. So it looks like the tigers are going to keep those slingers away from us, which is good. Yeah, one of you lot can run over here. Good. And come on. Come on. Well, yeah, it should. It should. They're routing, so I'll just let them keep moving. That's fine. Come on. Come on. You need to get the last hit in, mate. You need to get in that last hit. Fire arrows up in the air again. Lovely. Okay, come on. 6 more seconds. 6 more seconds, man. Don't let them get you. Okay, good. This should be it. And Southern Wrath. Yeah, again, I thought that would probably finish him, but no. No, it turns out these guys have a ludicrous amount of hit points. What a nuisance. Should just run away, honestly. It'd be easier. Oh, also, we have Trumpet. We can make our elephant Trumpet. Oh, good. We won. We can make our elephants Trumpet, and it lowers leadership, which is really fun. Lowers morale. Oh, speaking of enemy leadership, you seriously came back? What a nuisance that is. You back on your horse? Yeah, you are. Alright, you run over here and try and help. And try not to die. That'd be annoying. I really thought army losses would have triggered by now. This is sort of silly. Come on, guys. Yeah, you keep chasing them forever, apparently. Yeah, everyone chase everyone forever. How's that sound? Sounds fun. Come on, guys. Come on. Okay, he's running. That's got to be it, right? Nope, they're still going strong. Really? Nope, shattered. That's army losses. Finally. Finally. I thought we'd be waiting for the duel, honestly. Like, everything broke. But everything came back. So, decisive victory. Okay, good stuff. Good stuff. Got a bit of cash out of it. Gonna employ them because we want to unlock more replenishment. Even though that's going to take quite some time. Best we start now. Because that's the thing, we can just hide them and then sack them the same turn. It doesn't really matter. Right, replenishment. Good. Let's take them on. Oh, and here's Yang Feng. Going to go fight our good friend Meng Huo. Speak of the devil. He's just confederated the Junker tribes. These two factions have become one. Deploying generals and family members have remained in this new faction. Yada yada. Mulu has just declared war on Shixie. Classic Mulu, the snake boy. Look at this snake. He's like a jungle Rasputin. He's very cool. So, unfailing aim as they flee one of the ragged remnants of a defeated force. Excuse me. Turns and, in a last desperate attempt, takes aim with a lance, aiming straight at Lady Zhurong. Yet before he can reach the apex of his throw, his arm is seized by a swift stab of a dagger. He falls from his steed, crying out in pain, as Lady Zhurong retrieves her dagger from his body. She muses on the price this foolhardy warrior will fetch for his release. That is awesome. I love it. She can look after herself, this one. So, keep your enemies closer. So we know 10 factions. We've met some more factions. So we got the next lot of tech unlocked. A gift from Meng Huo. Okay. Interesting. Upon retiring to your chambers for the evening, you discover a gift prepared for you upon the bed. It says little upon it, only bearing the signature of Meng Huo. One of your courtiers, it would seem, was induced by the king to deliver it to you here. So, Meng Huo has just given us something. We'll have to see. And the relationship deepens between Lady Zhurong and Meng Huo. Good. What do we get? The 3 strategies of the Duke of the Yellow Rock. So, that's fun. That's fun. It's a book that's going to give us bonus income, provided we put it on an important person. And extra authority is nice too. Let's have a look, because we did give... oh no, we haven't got anything on you yet. Let's do that then. More money, please. Not much. 5%'s not a lot. We're not earning much yet, but still. Why not, right? Why not? So that's nice. Thanks, Meng Huo. You're a good boy. We're about to lose literally all of our military supplies this turn, so we have no choice but to conquer this now. Okay, good. Always have to try. Always have to try. That's the thing. Whenever you're about to, you know you're going to fight a battle, always hit command surrender. It might save you a battle. I think this is probably my favourite thing that they've implemented in a Total War game, like ever, because it just lets you skip so many of the ridiculous, like, one-sided battles. Because auto-resolve is always going to punish you, like, unnecessarily. But if it's so one-sided that, you know you're going to lose too many men anyway if you auto-resolve, but you can't be bothered to fight it yourself, demand surrender. And then suddenly they're like, yeah, sure. And it skips the whole battle and you lose no one, so you don't have to fight it yourself. And I love that. It's so good. It's a really good addition. So anyway, we're going to fight them. Alright, so... God, it's just gorgeous. Ah, I can't get over how great 3K looks. Every time I play it, I'm blown away. It's mostly the skyboxes. Like, whoever designed the skyboxes needs all of the promotions. It's just gorgeous. And the way all the mist as well, and the fog around the place, just, it's wonderful. It's very stylistic. A lot of people don't like it. I know a lot of people don't like it. A lot of people are just like, this doesn't look good. You know, it's worse than Warhammer. Like, actually, it's, technically, it is way better than Warhammer. But, stylistically, it's just very different, so some people don't like it. It's down to taste. But yeah, on a technical level, this game is so much better. Just, it's not even a competition. Because, like, one thing, just like, look at this. Look how the trees don't look like total crap when the sky is behind them. That is something that for some reason Warhammer can't do. Warhammer, the trees just look weird and they go all pixely and odd if the background is sky. It's really weird. But, like, there's so many things like that that just... This game is just silky smooth. And, like, depth of field effects are really good too. Like, genuinely fantastic. I so rarely notice the depth of field effects, and that's usually the sign that they're good. Most games, depth of field, like, it's obnoxious, and I usually turn it off. Not with 3K. Not with 3K. Just adds a softness to everything. It's just very, very pleasing. So, yeah, not sure how I'm going to approach this attack, really. Might just throw a bunch of tigers in and see what happens. Let's throw a bit of everything in and see what happens. I mean, I'm already getting stuck in with my heroes, as you can see. Although you should probably wait up a bit, huh? Really, I'm just letting the elephant in. She's got like 1 billion health, so I don't really have to care about it. Oh. What are you doing, fire archers? Being a bit odd back there, aren't you? Anyway, we should be getting rid of all these. Okay, good. Alright, you get stuck in too. And, yeah, bunch of tigers. Alright, start charging in, lads. And, yeah, I actually want you guys to go around the other way. If that's not too much bother.
Yes, try again.
Fire archers. Start destroying them, please. And where are you guys going? No idea. So, how are you getting on? Lady Zhurong, yeah, quite a few kills. These guys are already starting to break. Let's hit with one of those. Let's try and kill the general nice and early. You lot seem to be getting a bit confused by, what, this tree? Maybe? It's really hard to tell. Yeah, they seem to be doing their own thing. That's fine, I guess. Alright, how are things looking? Tell you what. Trumpet. Scare them all off. Lovely. We have too many tigers. They're just setting people flying. I love the tigers. The tigers, I think, are the best thing to happen. Not in this game. Like, that's the end of my statement. They are the best thing to happen. I absolutely adore them. They are so fun. It's just thousands of them running amok, being barely useful as well. They are barely useful, but I don't care. Alright. This is a mess. Yeah, you can go over there and help. Good boys. And you guys will run into the middle. Alright, you start going for those Nanman slingers. Because it looks like those Nanman slingers are being a bit dumb. Being a bit dumb. Oh man, the elephant though. Ah, love a good elephant. Don't you just love an elephant, right? Anyway, all right, get in, guys. But yeah, I'm a big fan of this DLC, I must say. I'm not allowed to give specific sort of, you know, impressions or recommendations or anything, but you know, because it's not the review embargo. But come on, tigers. Like, I'm allowed to say that I like tigers, obviously. It's friggin' tigers and elephants, and it's just amazing. It's so good. Oh, such a fan of it. So, come on, guys. Yep, keep on killing. You know the drill. Yeah, that's a bit messy, but it's fine. You keep chasing them down, and okay, at least you guys have done the job. They're broken, right? Oh, that's the slingers. Hang on, then what? Where did those axemen go? I don't even know. Oh well. So this can be a bit of a problem, actually. Those Nanman spearmen are going to do some terrible things to our bones, I think. That's okay. So, are we all done over here? Yes, we are. Yeah, you need to come over here and flatten these guys. I've been a little bit amorous over here, but just Nanman slingers wind me up to no end, so... Okay. Go for them, please. Oh, you're doing okay in here, kinda. Sort of. You guys being real slow. Can you just run in, please? Thanks. And yep, you guys doing a fine enough job. Yeah, we got slings as well. Yeah, everything over there's starting to break. They're still running. They're working their way in. Yeah, and they're about to go down. So, there we go. That looks like it. Nice. Nice. I like that everything broke together. I don't think that was even army losses. We just happened to break everything at the same time there. Which is always nice. You know, it really stops having to run around a lot. Also, one more shout out for how gorgeous this game is. Oh, it's beautiful. Gets me every time. Every time.
Victory by my hand.
Job well done. And we're going to confederate. They declared war on us, and we wiped them out in a turn, so sucks to be them. And we got our 4th settlement. How about that? Nanman expand their reach. Extra 2 grand for the privilege. Lovely. So, faction confederated. Yes, we were there. Yep. Now let's see this thing. Fealty of Jianyang. Here we go. This is the screen that I like. This actually tells me something I don't already know. So the tribes of Jianyang are well known for their skill in fostering the land for the good of all. As a result, the wide expanses of their home territory have been given over to the agriculture, with myriad fields growing all sorts of delicious fresh produce. And here we can see that we get plus 15% melee damage faction-wide. Hell yeah. And extra research rate and prestige, and Han don't like us. But yeah, just that extra 15% melee damage is pretty crazy. Oh, next quest. It went from having 4 settlements to unite everything. Fair enough. And that will unlock the rest of the reforms tree. Don't know what the rest of the reforms tree refers to. How much that includes, and how much stuff will be unlocked by other missions, but still, I guess if we do that, we get all the reforms regardless. So, the tribes are united under a single banner. Our neighbours now recognise our ambition, and will likely stand against us. Choose your targets wisely, unite the strong under your banner, and crush the weak beneath your heel. Excellent. And we got some level ups out of it. Yeah, more of that. More instinct, more damage, more elephant damage. I didn't check how many kills she got actually on her elephant, but quite a few I imagine. Let's see here. Yeah, more cunning. He's legendary now for his cunning. And I guess you can go for expertise. Let's make you the sentinel, shall we? And I don't think we have any better equipment, really. Not yet. Not yet. But that's fine. Okay. Let's just get rid of all of those. I bet a lot of you are shouting, you didn't even read it. Yes, because it never really matters. Anyway, Yunnan. We can upgrade this some more. Will give us a better garrison and a bit of extra cash. Since we did get given a bit of a windfall there. Oh, actually, place of festivity would be good too. Actually, I think we can maybe afford both. Yeah, so it's a question of which one to do first. Do the quickest one first. That gains us as much cash as that upgrade would get us. But, well, it's bigger, isn't it? And you can upgrade this too. So an extra 20 income isn't a huge amount, but it's better than nothing. And I don't think I necessarily need to upgrade the village yet. So we'll do that first, and I'll upgrade the village. We don't need building slots. We don't have any buildings to put in those slots. So it doesn't really matter just yet. So we just met Watugu. Chini's up here. Watugu tends to be quite aggressive, I've noticed. He tends to declare war on us quite quickly. Tuan here of Jianyang. Have to deal with him. Oh, by the way, this is now this is sort of familiar territory for Three Kingdoms. You can see. Up here is Liu Biao, and Swen Zhen tends to be around here a lot of the time. Or Swen Te. Now, you know, his son's probably taking over soon. Although I guess it's what, Lady Wu right now. Anyway, should be good. Should be good. So, this is where we're going to leave it, I think. Yep, this is where we're going to leave it. So, with this embargo, I'm only allowed to do 200 minutes of stuff. Though, I can't remember the exact date that changes. So, there will be probably a couple of days where there won't be an episode every day, like I'd like to do. But there should be another episode maybe tomorrow or the next day. I don't know when the gaps are going to be yet. So, sorry about that. But that's, you know, that's embargoes for you. You know, that's just how it happens. So, yeah, there will be more content. I will be hopefully doing this campaign to the finish. And hopefully I won't lose the save game like I did with the Troy campaign. Good times. Anyway, so guys, if you enjoyed this, please do comment, like, and subscribe. And thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Have a good day, guys.